Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we have another episode of Arizona Cardinals franchise. I think this is episode 5 of the season 2, so episode 26, 25, something around there. No. I don't fucking know. Wherever we're at, we're playing the Cowboys. So let's get it underway. As the teams get introduced here, this was a fun game for me, actually. I actually enjoyed this game, and I have decided the all reds, white socks, white shoes are going to be our mains, and we decided to wear our home jerseys since Cowboys normally wear these whites anyway at their home, so we just decided to wear our reds. What do you guys think of the Reds? I think they look pretty decent. I just wish you could make your own jerseys. I wish you could go through, color your own jerseys and everything, and do all that fun stuff. As I forgot to trade Drew Brees, like I said, I was planning on trading him to the to really any team that needed a quarterback. And something that I hate about people that make the draft classes or people that make just anything in general is that you saw with Jake Fromm, he was wearing black undersleeves. Like, if he's wearing one black undersleeve, I can understand that being as like the shoulder brace or whatever. But if he's wearing both, then that just means that he's just wearing undersleeves. And then it looks stupid because he's not on a team that wears black. And no offense, you could just make it as his secondary because Georgia's secondary color is black. So I don't know why you would just give him black undersleeves when you can just make his thing black. So as we take a look at the defense, it still shows 3-4. We're not in a 3-4. We're in a 4-3. There was actually multiple candidates for this game to be the picture and stuff with the thumbnail, but you know, you have to make quick decisions, and so it was Budda Baker, and you'll see why here in the video. I think Jakeem Grant had a good day today, or was that the Dolphins? Either Jakeem Grant had a good game last week, this week, or the Dolphins, which is coming up next. I'm going to be recording that shortly. Had to edit these and stuff, and then I finally got some free time to record over, so I'm recording a bunch of videos today while I have the chance. The one thing that I did not expect with this team was that they were so run heavy committed that they did not want to let Joe Mixon do anything. And we were so run committed that we didn't let fucking Zeke do anything either. As you'll see, he ended the game only with like 1 yard a carry on like 18 carries. So, you know, we definitely showed up and showed out. I don't know how we stopped him, but then we can't stop like motherfuckers that have the worst O-line but are okay running backs. But it's whatever. We did our job, so I'm not going to spoil the outcome or whatever, but you probably understand what I've said so far. Jerry Jeudy catching another pass. I think we're still looking for his first touchdown of the season. Yeah, Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith were just everywhere. Like, that linebacking core is pretty decent, but like every time after the first year, Sean Lee normally drops to like a 70 and he is put in free agency. Doesn't help that OJ and like Ali Marpet had like the worst games of their career in terms of blocking, but you know, we can't blame it all on them. Should have changed up the gameplay a little bit sooner. It's kind of our fault, but whatever. If I remember correctly, Juwan Bentley also has a decent game. Because I think we accidentally left him out on the field for too long. I think we kept going into like 4-3 stuff. Yeah, I was just trying to let the lineman get caught up there, and so we could hit the hole harder. Didn't work out quite as well as I hoped, but tell you one thing, this linebacking core that we have is fucking amazing. Like, the weakest member is Juwan Bentley, and he's probably one of the better run stoppers on the team, which is crazy. So, yeah, I think it's this game that Jakeem Grant has pretty decent returns. I think he also has a couple good returns next week, so I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he is mostly our special teams player. With Jordan Howard coming in, I don't really see a need to rotate in John Ross or him all that much, but there could always be chances, injuries, stuff like that. I am going to turn up injuries a little bit because none have happened so far. I want at least like a couple injuries on the team just to show hey, these are human beings. These are people that can get hurt. I throw a stupid fucking pass right here and I get rewarded for it for some reason. If I'm recalling correctly. Yeah. Yeah, he just sits in the end zone and Byron Jones doesn't do shit. I don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden. Seems like anytime I go to talk to somebody or record something, I always start yawning if I'm any bit tired. But then when I'm tired and I'm just sitting there by myself, I'll just be perfectly fine and I won't even feel all that tired. It'll be whatever. Just get through it. We're gonna have to do shit anyway, so. So somebody was asking me when draft classes are gonna be done. I fucking have no clue. Because if you think about it, it takes 40 minutes to create a draft class for each team. And, sometimes when you just get one or two done and you're tired, you don't want to fucking just do, simple shit. If you've ever grinded GTA and you get real tired, you're oh shit, I should go to bed. Because you're, falling asleep. When you're grinding GTA, you don't even notice that you're there. You're fuck, you're just zoning out. And that's kind of what the feeling is when you are making teams as well. If you get tired, you're just I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to be doing this. Granted, I don't want to do it either way because it's fucking boring half the time. And then when motherfuckers sit here and say, this guy shouldn't be this overall, and I try to explain to them, hey, I am doing these overalls based on when they are picked, not what I think of them, because it is an unfair rule. I should be going off of what the teams think of these players. As I try to cover the same route as last week, didn't work out. The little tight end post up the middle, double move. They didn't go to that. They went to the table. So keep that in mind. Somebody also said none of these players look how they look in real life. Well, no shit. I didn't base it off of what they look like in real life. I base it what they look like with their helmet on. Because no offense, I'd rather have them look like they're in the game correctly than what they look like on the fucking profile screen every time I go check them. Or is that just me? Is that just me being weird? Or I would personally rather have them look correct in game than on a fucking menu screen, basically. But whatever, that's me. Somebody did say maybe you should make a roster where you get to choose the overalls, where you get to make the decision on what overalls they get. And you guys still wouldn't be fucking happy because I would disrespect the fuck out of your guys' draft classes. I would, and you guys would be butthurt as shit, and I wouldn't be fucking mad. And even Bears fans would get mad at me because I would disrespect the fuck out of our draft class. Cole Kmet's okay, but I don't... If you're going to bring in all these free agents for tight end, I don't understand why you brought in Cole Kmet. If you brought in all these... if you're trying to develop all these corners that you guys loved last year in the draft, why draft Jalen Johnson? Shit like that. If you guys brought in Jermaine Ifedi, and if you guys still think, Bobby Massey, if If you guys still think he's the fucking key to that offensive line, fine. If you still think Rashard Coward is a good piece and he just needs to develop, fine. But don't fucking be drafting shit like that. And, like, you guys picked, like, one of the only wide receivers I just didn't know in the fucking class. Granted, a lot of the wide receivers went off a lot earlier than some people even expected, but still. As we'll score another touchdown, making it 24-7. Yeah, even when we weren't running the ball well, this game was still a fun game. Granted, I was getting a little pissy because I'm like, lineman, move up to the fucking second level and don't get shed. Like, Jesus. But, you know, you got to change up the game plan here. And somebody asked me, like, hey, do you have a roster that doesn't have any of the rookies but all the updated transactions? I'm like, yes, if you would look up my username, Green Machine Sam, you would find it. It literally says no rookies. It says Madden 21, no rookies. As in, you use your own fucking draft class so that you don't have to deal with my overalls. Like, because no offense, everybody still wants the common, like, Madden 19 like draft classes, which are like stacked. Like, there's an 80 in each class. There's multiple 79s, multiple 78s, multiple, you know, just multiple high overalls, which really isn't the case. I think this could be a decent draft class that we just had this year, but I don't think it's the greatest. Some of the positions are very, like, in need. Tackle was just an all-around good class, but, like, none of them really stuck out, so it was more of a shit shoot, or is that how you say it? I don't know. Interior O-line was not fucking good. Tight end was not fucking good. Running back was okay at best. But then again, running backs translate to the NFL so much better because of the fact that they are just so replaceable and stuff. Wide receiver was good. QB was okay. Because Herbert. Well, QB was good, but it's just a lot of those guys I think can go either way. It's not like a class where, like, you know, what was it, 18 that I thought was just phenomenal. So I'll try to keep working on that, but like I said, if I don't have time, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to. I'm still going to make the videos showing off the pre-draft class, well, the draft class itself. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with the 2K19 roster Legend League, and you'll see here why Budda Baker gets player of the game. He picks it off, takes it to the house, first defensive touchdown of the year. So I'll probably be doing that with 2K as well. I'm going to be, like, doing a little team preview for each team that I make, especially, like, odd ones. I probably won't do it for, like, the year ones that are already on there that just need finished and stuff, because that just seems irrelevant at that point. It just feels like, you know what's coming. I do want to get to the roster overhaul, though, because people have been asking me, like, hey, who do you think the best, like, I've seen stuff on Twitter like, hey, who do you think the best QBs are? Who do you think the best running backs are? And a roster overhaul update would actually show you who I think. Like, I don't think Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs. I really don't. I think he's maybe top 10. He's probably top 10. He's not top 5, I don't think, because I think you have CMC, you have Saquon, you have Zeke, you have probably Mixon, and Kamara. Mixon could probably get replaced, depending on if I'm forgetting anybody. I probably am. But I just don't think Derrick Henry is a top 5 running back. And people have asked me about that. And I'm like, no, I don't think he is a top 5 running back. I think his O-line was phenomenal last year. I think they didn't get the credit they deserved. I think Ryan Tannehill came in and played his role excellent, even though I don't think he's a great QB. I think he's one of those guys that comes in, plays well, and you kind of look at him like a superstar. I think the closest comparison I can make is Alex Caruso for the LA Lakers. He is a point guard / shooting guard. He comes into the Lakers. He plays D. He rebounds. He slashes. He can shoot from outside a little bit. I think the biggest weakness in his game is his playmaking ability and the fact that I don't think he has a mid-range pull-up game. Like, he can't be driving, stomp on a dime, pull up, hit a shot. But he plays his role so well that people are looking at him like, holy shit, this dude's good. When in reality, he's not the greatest player. He just plays his role so well, and he plays it with such like intensity and like such a high work ethic that he just looks phenomenal. Now, I'm not saying Alex Cruz is bad, and I'm not saying Ryan Tannehill is bad. What I'm trying to say is I think they are good, solid pieces that are just getting a little bit too much credit. I think that O-line was phenomenal. I think the wide receiving core played good, not great. Corey Davis has just been fucking off and on. I think the defense played phenomenal. I think that was a big key factor of them winning games. But like I said, I don't think Derrick Henry's a top 5 running back. He's maybe top 10. And I was going to do tier list because you can actually do tiers on PlayStation, the tier list maker. And I was actually thinking about doing that. But every single tier list doesn't have somebody on the fucking list. Like wide receiver, they didn't add Tyreek Hill. They didn't have, any of the other Bears receivers. They didn't have any of the other Green Bay receivers. Like, do the top 3 on each fucking team so you can get an accurate assessment. So I'm just going to have to do it on Madden through the roster. And running back didn't have, like, Tariq Cohen. It didn't have some of the, like, good backups or even, like, specialists. It didn't have. Trying to think, like, Jamal Williams, Gus Edwards, Latavius Murray. Fuck, who else was there missing? A lot of the Texans running backs they didn't have on there. I don't even think they had David Johnson on there, which is fucking weird. But that's the end of the game, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Don't forget to turn on post notifications. If you guys want to see tier videos, let me know. They're going to be controversial as fuck because I know most of you guys won't like it. Just based on where Lamar's at, where's Tom Brady at, where's Aaron Rodgers at, where your favorite QB is at. So, I know it's going to be controversial, but if you guys want to see that, let me know. See 17 rush yards all game. That's incredible by our team. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.